Okay, so the first match we'll talk about very, very briefly on this Fastlane preview and predictions show is going to be the Cruiserweights kickoff match that, if I was to say remotely nobody cares about, I don't really think that would be too much of a lie. The Cruiserweights haven't got going. Let's be honest here. They're not remotely interesting. They're not... The division's just not giving me anything. I'm not feeling anything from it. There's no storyline that I'm particularly invested in. I'm not particularly invested in the characters. It's really fell flat. Again, not due to the fault of the talent. I don't think it's their fault. It's the way that they've been booked. There's reports Vince is getting a little bit tired and a little bit frustrated with the Cruiserweight division and the fact it's going nowhere. So what comes of that, who knows? But we do have on the kickoff show, Rich Swann and that Japanese guy who I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. I think it might be Tozawa. Well, I think I might have done it right there. Versus the Brian Kendrick, sorry, and Nam Da. Faces will win, simple as that. Not remotely interested in this match. It doesn't have a chance to stay in the show. It might actually, it will more than likely, this is going to be hilarious when I say this, get more time than Cruiserweight matches get on Raw, which is half the problem with the Cruiserweight division. But right now, if I'm being totally honest with you, when the Cruiserweights come on Raw, I fast forward the segments. I fast forward the matches because I simply I just can't be bothered. And the problem I find is Raw has been so much better. It's probably been so much better anyway, but it does feel like since I've been fast-forwarding the Cruiserweight parts of the show as a whole has felt so much better to me. I've come out watching it at the end thinking to myself, yeah, I enjoyed that show. I just feel like it slows things down. I just don't like it. I mean, I haven't been watching 205. I mean, there's too much content to watch. I mean, I don't watch NXT all that much. I mean, I don't even catch the specials anymore, which is... I mean, I do catch them, but not live. I don't watch 205, don't watch NXT every week, because, we've got SmackDown, that's 2 hours, Raw 3 hours, so 5 hours of content each week that I watch. Then every 2 weeks, when you're in the swing of things, it's another 3-4 hours of a pay-per-view. That's 9 hours a week. And there's just not enough time in the day to then add another hour for 205 Live. That makes it 10 hours. Another hour for NXT. I mean, if you've got all that time on your hands, then fantastic, and I'm sure you love it, but I just simply bloody don't. And I don't think 205's going fantastically. I think for 205 to really be successful, I think rather than filming it after SmackDown, it needs to be filmed in a similar sort of place as what NXT is, so it can get that cult following, so it can get that fan base, so the crowd's hot, and just see where it goes. But largely, the Cruiserweight division has been a huge, huge disappointment. A lot of people talking about how fantastic it was. I was very much looking forward to it, but it has really, really let everybody, I think, down, and everybody's expectations on it, which I think were pretty decent when it was first announced, have been, unfortunately, not been paid through or off. I don't know where I was going with that. Basically, our expectations have not been met. Simple as that. And it's been a really, really disappointing division. But for these tag matches, the face team will win, that being Rich Swann and Tozawa, who I like Tozawa. I think he's got a connection with the crowd, which is rare for a Cruiserweight.